Batman is one of the coolest superheroes ever. He's got the skills, the gadgets, the Batmobile, and he takes down criminals like it's nothing. But actually being Batman? That would be a nightmare. Let's break it down. You don't just wake up one day with Batman-level skills. To even get close, you'd have to dedicate your entire life to grueling, relentless training. We're talking years of martial arts, detective work, forensics, stealth, weaponry, hacking, and peak human conditioning. No breaks, no vacations, no time for fun. And here's the worst part. You can't ever stop. You slip up once in a fight, you're dead. You slack off for a week, the next assassin coming after you will notice. Your entire life is a never-ending battle, just to maintain the edge you've built. Let's be real, Gotham is not a nice place to live. The crime rate is through the roof, corruption is everywhere, and supervillains pop up daily. You can't even grab a cup of coffee without the risk of being mugged, kidnapped, or caught in an explosion caused by the Joker. And unlike other superheroes who protect their cities, Batman doesn't leave Gotham, ever. Superman has Metropolis, but he can take a break and fly anywhere. Batman? He's stuck in Gotham's never-ending crime wave. He'll never clean up the city entirely, which means every night is another exhausting battle. On paper, Bruce Wayne is a billionaire playboy. Fancy parties, luxury cars, expensive vacations. It sounds great, right? But that's just a front. The reality? He spends all his money on crime-fighting gear, weapons, and repairing the Batmobile after every major fight. Other billionaires are out relaxing on yachts and enjoying their wealth. Bruce? He's in a cave at 3 a.m., stitching up his own wounds after getting thrown through a wall by Bane. And when he's not fighting crime, he's pretending to be a carefree rich guy, meaning he's basically working 2 full-time jobs. No breaks, no fun, just endless responsibilities. Watching your parents get murdered as a child, that's something no one ever gets over. But instead of healing, Bruce spends his entire life avenging them. Every single night he goes out and fights criminals because of that one childhood trauma. And relationships? Forget about it. Anyone he cares about becomes a target. His girlfriends either die, leave, or turn against him. His sidekicks, they get kidnapped, injured, or killed. R.I.P. Jason Todd. The more people he lets into his life, the more pain he has to endure. He's basically a billionaire hermit with serious emotional baggage. Yeah, the Batmobile, the Batarangs, and the Batcave are awesome. But do you know how expensive and complicated it is to keep everything running? The Batmobile gets wrecked after almost every major fight. The Batsuit takes constant damage, and every time he upgrades his gadgets, villains immediately find ways to counter them. And sure, Alfred helps, but he's one guy. He's not running a 24/7 repair shop. That means Bruce has to constantly fix, upgrade, and rebuild everything on top of fighting crime. And if something breaks at the wrong time, he's dead. Being Batman isn't a temporary gig. There's no retirement, no vacation days, no escape. He's trapped in a cycle of violence, fighting an endless war against crime that he knows he'll never fully win. Even if he somehow managed to take down all of Gotham's villains, crime would still exist. Corruption, street gangs, new criminals, it never stops. And Batman? He refuses to stop. He can't. Because the second he lets his guard down, Gotham falls apart. On paper, Batman is one of the most badass heroes ever. But actually, being him? That's a whole different story. No sleep, no happiness, no real life outside of crime fighting. Just endless pain, danger, and suffering. Would you really want to be the Dark Knight? Yeah, probably not.